Hey there, Wondering Watchers. Welcome to this pick a card reading that reveals all the special qualities about you which others find attractive. In this reading, you can find out how a particular person is attracted to you, or you can find out generally the things about you that make you attractive to others. I have 4 piles of cards laid out here. And if you have a particular person in mind, then go ahead and pick one of these piles to find out what that person finds attractive about you. If you have multiple people in mind or are looking for general feedback, then go ahead and pick more than one of the piles. I'll put a link to each of the readings in the description box below so that you can jump ahead to the reading of your choice. Please keep in mind that this reading provides messages that you need to hear for your best and highest good. If you are looking for something specific which you don't find in these readings, then you may not be meant to hear it at this time. These cards provide perspective, but your choices and your actions lead to your ultimate truth. So go ahead and tune in to the different piles and select the pile of cards that calls to you for this reading of what they find attractive about you. Here in pile number 1, we have Love Story Oracle cards. Pile number 2, Whimsical Oracle cards. Pile number 3, Star Secrets Tarot. And pile number 4, we have Prism Oracle. So go ahead, make your choice, and let's make magic happen. Welcome back. This is a reading for group number 1, those that picked Love Story Oracle cards. So I can already tell that if you pick this Love Story Oracle cards, that they are attracted to your sense of romance, your sense of really wanting to try and find that true love. You have this card of security. So you are attracted to them because they find that you are willing to kind of protect exactly what you care about, with your heart and your soul. You will make sure to nourish something that you want to thrive, and you will be dedicated to, a relationship, an individual that you want to be, committed to. And this sense of security that you give them, it may help in a way where, they have a past where they are a little bit fragile, and they are attracted to the way that you kind of would go about making sure that you don't do anything to kind of hurt the individuals that you care about, and that you would actually even help to, help them work through their past and where they have some insecurities. So you have codependency. They are drawn to your ability to bring up conversations in a way where you might be asking their opinion or their input or their permission, but it's not necessarily that only with their approval or only with a positive opinion of of theirs would you go through with something. It's just a way for you to bring up a conversation that can explore those things kind of related to those insecurities that they have, and the reason why they are attracted to you being the sense of you providing them that security. You would also approach difficult conversations in a way where they feel that they are still valued. Their opinions still matter, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to go along with exactly, everything they want. There's still a compromise that they know you expect. So you have gifts here. What they find attractive about you is your ability to be thoughtful and, think of things that other people might need or want. You're good at, celebrating people's birthdays. You're good at, putting a little fine touch on things. So even the way that you present yourself, um, very much like the package of things, how things look is something that you care about. And they're attracted to not only how you put things together, but how you put yourself together. You have this open up card. So your sense of being open, communicative, and inviting is really attractive to them. They really see you as someone having a lot to offer, possibly even needing to kind of get a few layers down before you really open up. But they see that there is a spark in you that they really want to open up to you, and they want you to open up to them. And you have this card of regret. So what they find attractive about you is your ability to not kind of live in this world of regret. And they actually may have that to some degree, and they find that you are attractive in possibly helping them through some of their past wounds and issues, and they feel that you would be, gentle and caring in that regard. So here you have dream big. So they are attracted to your ability to kind of visualize what you want for your future, what you want to surround yourself with, and not really have any hesitation in pursuing what you want. Trip. So they find what is attractive about you being your desire to travel. Maybe you guys have had a discussion about the places that you'd want to go, or the places that you've been, a sense that you have that you have a lot of life experience, or at least desire that. And so they're attracted to that concept of possibly, growing and becoming more confident with you, and kind of going along with whatever you want to show them. You have on fire. So they're attracted to your passion for fun. They see that you're playful, and they are attracted to your ability to kind of really try new things, and to your sense of being like a kid, in a sense of excitement about trying something new. And you have play. So they are really attracted to your sense of having fun, your sense of kind of even doing like old school activities, just to connect, you know, putting together jigsaw puzzles, or even playing, you know, a round of Uno, something along those lines, where it is something that, you know, they probably wouldn't have thought of, but they are really attracted to your ability to just try things, and just new or old, and really to have fun with it. So let's see what else they find attractive about you. You have Ace of Pentacles. So they are attracted to your ability to kind of take new opportunities and develop them into what it is that you want for yourself. To some degree, this may be that you are kind of very much driven on what it is you want for your future, and so not really letting opportunities pass you by. You have Five of Cups here. So they are really drawn to your ability to kind of recover. So it's not that you're always happy, that your life is perfect, and you've, you know, never have anything, you know, go bad in your life. But they are attracted to your ability to actually look at things and heal from them. And grow from them. And to some degree, they want to learn that from you. You know, relationships are, you know, we're always learning from other people. And one thing they do really want to learn from you is a sense of how you heal, how you can, you know, be confident in your own skin, and still, even though things haven't gone perfect for you in the past, that you're still willing to try and, you know, be vulnerable and let someone in. You have Queen of Pentacles. So they are attracted to your desire to be connected to yourself, to be connected to the world around you, your environment, your friends, family, nature, that you really have a sense of who you are, and that you pamper yourself, that you want the best for yourself. You have Devil. So again, they understand that your life hasn't been perfect, their life hasn't been perfect, and they are attracted to you in a way where they may have some issues with codependency, and they may have some issues with possibly, you know, if they were in a relationship with you, giving you a lot of the power. And that's something they're trying to work on. And they think that you would really be gentle with them, that you wouldn't want to take that position of power, that you would help them kind of recognize their own sense of worth. And you have Ten of Cups. So they are attracted to this sense of, you know, love that you have. Again, it's not that they think that you are, you know, always happy and absolutely perfect. In fact, they probably have a sense of, you know, they appreciate your imperfections because they see themselves as imperfect, and it's a connection where they feel that all the different emotions that they have, that you've experienced that as well, and that you can support each other and really kind of come together in this sense of, you know, belonging, the sense of, you know, happiness, and that you can be there for each other. So here you have illumination. So they are really, again, attracted to your ability to turn things around and, heal from things that may not have, always brought joy, but to turn things around and really desire improving yourself. And no matter whatever is going on around you, whatever relationships you've been in that worked, haven't worked, whether they're romantic relationships, platonic relationships, work relationships, that you come out of a situation knowing more about yourself, knowing more about your abilities and your potential. You have this card of disruption. So what they find attractive about you is that you are okay with disrupting the calm, or the status quo, I should say, that you would, you know, you really are the type of person that would kind of go against the grain if that wasn't for your best and highest good, that you are not really going along with others' expectations. But you're not necessarily, you might have fun every once in a while, messing up the flow, just, pulling pranks, or just, to lift the mood. But for the most part, you are really, you're okay not doing what others would expect or think, as long as it's for your best and highest good, and that it's the right thing to do. You have this card of rest. So what they're attracted to about you is this sense of calm that you have, a sense of peace that you have about you. And it may be that it's something that you don't feel, that you don't recognize it yourself, but they see it in you, and they want to learn. They want you to teach them how to kind of understand what's going on around them, and to through their ups and downs, to really be comfortable in their own skin, to really have a sense of peace about them, and learn from the things that everything. They want to learn from everything they've been through, and they think that you would be really good in helping them figure those things out. You have movement. So here they really see that there is potential with you two. They're attracted to this idea of you potentially growing, having a commitment to really be there for each other and kind of go through life together. You have reflection. So they're just pretty much attracted to a concept of, they see parts of themselves in you, and that they want to kind of want to use you as a role model, or they see you as a role model, and they kind of want to be in a position where they can be more face to face with you and see how you navigate through life, because they really feel that you've got a good grasp of things, that you have fun, that you can appreciate the small things, and that you are able to really move forward towards your goals, your truths, and really be your own person. So they find that really attractive, and they want more of that in their life. And they see that happening by, being with you, spending more time with you. So this is what I have for group number 1. And I'm hoping it provides a helpful perspective about what they find attractive about you. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Welcome back. This is the reading for group number 2, those that picked Whimsical Oracle cards. So let's get some cards out here to find out about the qualities that you have that they are attracted to. You have Victory Awaits. So you are attracted to them because you have a positive attitude about things. You try your best, and you want to, you always want to be the best version of yourself. You actually put in effort where, others may kind of say, that's good enough, but they see that you really are someone that thinks things through and plans things out, and really is dedicated to getting what you want. You have Believe. They're attracted to your sense of wonder, perhaps a little belief in magic, the mysterious, and that good things happen to people who believe good things will happen. You have Wishes Granted. They're really attracted to the way that you just seem to kind of have a need for nothing. So in a sense, like, you don't have something that you're actively wanting, even though you'll work for something that you want, but it's as if you kind of get what you want all the time. So there's not some like grand thing that you're seeking, because you will get what you want in some way, shape, or form. It's just you figuring out exactly the shape and form and matter that you feel that you want something is the only question. You have this Take Flight card. So they are attracted to this concept that you really have control over your future, over what direction you want to take your life, and they are attracted to your sense of control over that. You have Float. So they also find that you go with the flow, and they're drawn to that. They're drawn to that kind of carefree concept, but driven, and having a sense of control over your future. It's as if you have the ability to make things look really easy. So they are attracted to that. You have 7 of Pentacles. So they see you as really investing yourself on what it is you want for your future, and that what the best aspects of yourself are still developing, and they want to be there to kind of see what it is that you can create and develop in your life. You have the King of Pentacles. So they're attracted to your ability to kind of manage your time, your money, kind of, like I said, make everything seem really easy. They're attracted to your sense of connection with those in your tribe, your friends, your family, those that you care about, your ability to really want to kind of take care of people, provide for people, and that in the process, taking care of yourself. You have the Five of Pentacles. So they're attracted to your ability to kind of the future that they see for you and that you see for yourself. They have a sense at times of, low self-esteem or limiting viewpoints. And they really are attracted to your more positive outlook of things. And they kind of want to learn from you. They want to see how to kind of be more in abundance and be in a place of having. You have the Magician. So they are really attracted to your ability to kind of create whatever it is that you want. It's a sense of you being confident, you knowing who you are, knowing your surroundings. That's how you can kind of float and, go with the flow with life. They really feel that you have pretty much, things together, and they're kind of looking for a sense of kind of like security when it comes to you. So let's see here. Happiness. They're attracted to your joy, what fills you up. They really want to learn about that. They want to be around that. They feel that the way that you look at any problem, there's not really a way that you look at a problem where there's going to be a downside. Like you're optimistic about things. They really are attracted to you for that. You have abundance. So again, this concept of you really having it all, having everything and not needing. There's nothing that you need that you can't have access to or create yourself. That sense of abundant mindset. They're really attracted to this vibe that you have of you have it all, you have more than enough, and that you're grateful for, everything that you have. Here's Ghost. So to some degree, they are kind of feeling not recognized in the way that they want to be recognized by you. They're attracted to this sense of like protection and connection that you have with your friends and your tribe. They feel like they might not really be in your view as one of those people, and they want to get closer to you. They want to kind of be in your day to day, but they kind of feel like you don't really see them. You have this card of Stop. So they're attracted to your ability to kind of not care what other people are thinking, not really concerned about kind of keeping up with the Joneses or having the latest and greatest. They see that you are really focused on something greater than yourself, kind of, you're not really preoccupied with just the kind of superficial aspects of things. That you are kind of, if you see that people around you are kind of taking you to a place you don't want to go, in terms of emotionally, even just like, no, I don't feel like, going there or doing that, then you really kind of create boundaries for yourself. And they are really attracted to that because they want to learn how to do that themselves. You have passion. So they see that you have a passion for life that they are really attracted to. They see that you can really kind of create whatever it is that you want. You have such an energy about you that it's hard for them to really feel that they are on your level. But it's something that they see as you possibly helping them to see for themselves. You have friendship. So they are attracted to how you treat people in your world. They are attracted to the relationships, or they feel that you have really solid relationships. They are attracted to the life that you have, the community that you've built around yourself. They want to be part of that. They want to get close to you. You have healing. So they are attracted to this concept that you can help them heal, that you can really bring the vibrancy that you have into their lives, and that they can start being on your level. They are willing to do the work themselves, but they're really looking at, at your viewpoint of life and hoping that you can kind of, just being around you and your energy will help them to see the ways that they can be in that kind of vibration as well. You have this card of self-love. So they're really attracted to this aspect that underneath, your viewpoint, your energy, your ability to kind of control what you want for your future and kind of have a need for nothing, because you seem to really, have everything you want or get everything you want. At the core of it is a sense of your self-love. It's not that you're constantly like, kissing your hand or saying how amazing you are. It's something that's a little more subtle, where you do have these sense of boundaries. You do have these goals that you've set for yourself. You do kind of have connections to people that you care about and that care about you. And so this aspect of self-love is something that they might not be able to articulate that aspect of, like if you were to have a conversation, so, why do you like me? Oh, it's because of how you love yourself. But at the core of it, that is a huge aspect of, why they're attracted to you. And you have this last card of rejection. So they're attracted to the way that you would handle a situation if you were not interested in them. If, anyone that you kind of, anyone or anything where you are thinking it's not for your best and highest good, or it's not for you, you are very like graceful in saying no, that you are able to really, help people, even if the answer is no. There is a fear that they have that you, even if they were able to be in this level where you saw them even as a friend and they tried to kind of, a friend that you truly have in your inner circle, that if they tried to, you know, be something more, that you would reject them because they are not on your level. And to some degree, that might be the case. But they find you very attractive for, all of these reasons. They might not even want to try because of the way they see you, and have kind of placed themselves in like somewhat a lower position. But depending on how far your vibe reaches out to them, maybe they can raise themselves up a little bit. So this is what I have for you. I'm hoping it provides a helpful perspective on what they find attractive about you, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Welcome back. This is the reading for group number 3 who picked Star Seekers Tarot. So we're going to give this a little shuffle and pull some cards to see what they find attractive about you. You have the Fool. So they are attracted to your sense of wonder, your sense of really going out there, trying new things, being willing to, have an open heart, open arms to experience life. And that, if something kind of knocks you down, that you are eager to get back up to see, okay, what's next? You have 7 of Pentacles. They are attracted to your care and compassion when you are dedicated to a project, to a task, a person. They really see that you are kind of building your future, and that the best aspects of yourself are still developing, and they want to kind of be there to see how that goes. You have the 5 of Wands. So they are attracted to your motivation, even though it might kind of be kind of scattered at times. They are attracted to your desire to even to try. Like, maybe that you get frustrated and easily annoyed at certain things, but they see that there's a little bit of like spiciness to you, with that you really are, there's a desire about certain things. And when those kind of don't really go your way, they see that your annoyance and your frustration at times it really kind of shows your desire for something to happen in a certain way. And I want to say it's kind of like, it's making me think of like kids having little temper tantrums over not getting candy, and then ultimately they'll end up getting the candy anyway, and there's really, once that happens, they're really excited. So it's kind of that type of sense that I'm getting they're attracted to about you. You have the 5 of Swords. So they're attracted to your ability to really be able to walk away from a lose-lose situation. That you, when it comes to like conflict with other people, that, you know, you are, if it doesn't work out, that's fine, because you are going to pick yourself up and go on a new adventure. So they are attracted to your ability to kind of, recognize when things aren't going to, work out for really anyone if you try to kind of push your ideas, your goals, your wants on someone else. And you have the Page of Wands. So they are really, again, kind of like this, the concept of the Fool. They're attracted to this aspect of yourself where you really want to express yourself and explore your, who you are, your surroundings, a sense of just, flirting with everyone around you and with life, and just kind of seeing how you can affect your environment, and really kind of use the world as your kind of your canvas to kind of test out how you want to use your imagination, and kind of feel your way through things. They really like how you have fun and you kind of play in that way. So that's definitely attractive to them. You have this card of protection. So they are attracted to how you protect yourself, and that you kind of seem that you are carefree, that you are kind of go with the flow, and that there's like an underlying sense of protection that you don't have, like you're not wearing that necessarily on your sleeve. Energy. So they are drawn to your energy. They are drawn to your sense of, passion and flirtation. They're drawn to your sense of wonder, and not really, and really just trying things. Like, things might work, things might not work, but you want to try, and they are actually really drawn to that. You have this card of cleanse. So to some degree, they're drawn to your ability to kind of just, again, walk away from things that aren't for your best and highest good, and just kind of like let things go. Perhaps that's the way that you protect yourself. Kind of just like, well, I'm just going to start anew, I'm going to start a new adventure. But the way they see it, as it's kind of like you are really just being in a place where you are kind of free from anything kind of weighing you down. You have this Comfort card. So they are attracted to your ability to kind of be comfortable in your own skin, and your ability to kind of interact with the world the way that you want to, and not necessarily, it's okay if you cause a ruckus or disruption, because you are really being true to who you are and the experience of life that you want to have. So they are attracted to this, your ability to kind of to deal with conflict within yourself, with others, and your ability to be dedicated to the things that you truly care about, and also just, wanting to have new experiences, wanting to really explore the boundaries of your existence. You have daydream. So they're attracted to your ability, your imagination, um, your ability to kind of just think about, what you want to experience and actually go after those things. Um, they they see that you are very, very creative, and even the way that you kind of the way you dress, the way that the music you listen to, the way you express yourself, um, they even daydream about you and kind of daydream about what you're daydreaming about. You have this card of open up. So they are attracted to your I guess, acceptance of everything. You might not, acceptance of everything, I mean, giving everything a chance, not having certain, I guess, broad stroked yes or no's. Like, you're willing to give everyone a chance. So it's kind of like if go on a date with someone in a certain field, certain industry, and you go on 3 dates with people in the same industry, you'll go on a fourth date and a fifth date with a person that works in that industry, because each individual is their own person. So you are willing to kind of experience those new things and not just put a certain label on people. And it's not to say that you are kind of you'll just accept everything, like you'll just, whatever you can get. It's more that you are willing to give people chances, and that once you find the people that you actually connect with, that you feel that is worth investing in, that you feel safe with, you will open up even more. But so there is a sense of, there may be a superficial layer that people have to get through, but everyone gets an opportunity to at least to get to that superficial layer, and has the opportunity to see the real you. You have this card of spy. So they are attracted to whatever it is, like if your social media, again, how you dress, things that you listen to, the way that you kind of present yourself, maybe even your handwriting. Like, they are aware of, the signature aspects of you. Maybe there's a certain, I know, smell that you have, like a shampoo that you have. But basically, they are attracted to certain aspects of you, or like a signature thing about you could be like a certain emoji that you use when responding to a text, or on social media. There's a certain phrase that you use. They're really attracted to just signature aspects about you that they think are kind of trademark, and it reminds them of you whenever they see or hear or smell these things. You have control. So they're attracted to this sense that you've got things together, that you are in control of yourself, that you can take things any direction that you want. You can walk away when you want. You can be frustrated and throw a tantrum whenever you want. Even if you don't get things your way, there's a certain aspect of control that you have over people in your environments, kind of like that kid in the candy store, or the kid who wants the candy, where they're throwing a tantrum and they end up getting it anyway. It's that kind of subtle aspect of control that you have that is attracted to them. And you have this card of respect. So they're attracted to the respect that you give others and yourself. They see that you actually, like I said, you don't put everyone in a certain box. You are accepting of people's differences. You are, willing to give everyone a chance, and that you are kind of, you give people respect before demanding it first. Definitely it's not to say that people can just be disrespectful and you're fine, but you kind of have a sense that everyone deserves at least initial aspects of respect, and that you're willing to kind of see everyone as equals at the upfront of it. And they're attracted to the way that you approach people in that way, where you are equals, and there's not necessarily a sense of inferiority that they feel when it comes to you. And they actually kind of think that because of the way that you carry yourself, that and the way that you are open to all possibilities and you want to explore and express yourself, that they may even have a chance of kind of coming into your world, maybe unexpectedly. So you have this trip card. So they're, again, attracted to your sense of adventure and wonder, really wanting to explore who you are and what's around you. And, they want to be part of that. You have this allow card. They are attracted to that you kind of just, you're comfortable in your own skin, that you let things happen. You let things go if they're not for you. You kind of just, you allow the good and the bad to potentially make their way into your world, but you have this underlying sense of protection and comfort in your own skin, and ability to release things that really aren't for you. So it's okay, you can adapt to your environment, and so you're okay with just letting things happen to a certain degree, because you're constantly aware of what's going on, and if you need to jump ship, you're willing to do that. And if it feels good and you want to keep going, and you're happy with it, then you'll do that as well. You have indulge. So they are really attracted to the way that you you want to keep pursuing the things that fill you up, that really inspires you, that makes you feel alive and thriving. They really are attracted to your sense of saying yes to life and whatever it is that you want for yourself. Float. So yeah, this concept of kind of going with the flow and just, rising above and being fine to kind of do things on your own when things don't work out, then just go on your merry way. The sense of just, let it go, let it flow. And if it's not for you, then it's not for you, and you'll find what is for you the more that you kind of experience life and new situations. So this is what I have for you. I'm hoping it provides a helpful perspective on what they find attractive about you. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Welcome back. This is the reading for group number 4, those that picked Prism Oracle. We'll go ahead and shuffle and draw some cards to see what they find attractive about you. You have flow. So they are drawn to your ability to just go with the flow, just laid back, easygoing, kind of open to whatever, and really just being flexible with whatever the situation is. You have reflection. So they are attracted to the way that you kind of mirror people, in the sense that, if someone is feeling happy, you are able to mirror that kind of happiness. If someone is kind of feeling sad, you can kind of mirror that in the sense of like lowering the tone of your voice, or the volume of your voice, and kind of hanging your head lower to kind of not make them feel so out of place when they are in, when other people are in a certain position. And it's your ability to kind of go with the flow that allows for that. You have movement. So they see you move through life, and they're very impressed with it. They see that, this concept of flow, the way that you interact with people, the way that you kind of maneuver through your environment. It's something that you are, it's kind of like a dancer in a way, where you're kind of dancing through life, and they see it's not like they see any awkwardness with you. That's different than what you might feel, but the way that they see you, the way that they feel that you operate through life, it's as if you're just like smoothly moving and maneuvering your environment without hesitation, without jerkiness. Energy. They are attracted to your energy and your vibe, and the way that you are moving through your environment. It's a sense of not that you are tireless, but that you always have a certain intention, that like there's this unstated goal or drive. There's a certain intention that you have where you can maneuver through all these things, and it's a sense of it's almost like magic, kind of like magic or mystery, kind of putting you in a certain path or maneuvering you through your environment, where it's kind of like you're just floating and magically just making things happen. Yeah, balance. So again, this concept of flow and reflection, this concept of balance, they are attracted to, where you can kind of really, anytime you enter the scene, you are able to kind of balance things out, and you may within yourself have a sense of balance, but you are able to kind of do that for people around you, and kind of the energy that you have, you can use it in a certain way where people kind of feel a sense of kind of calm when you are around. Gifts. So they're attracted to your ability to kind of present yourself in a way where the way that you dress, the way that you kind of style yourself, your hair, your clothes, the music that you listen to, it's a sense of really taking care and spending time on how you look on the outside, but then there's also certain aspects on the inside of you, some qualities that you have inside of you that, like, the package looks great, and once you get to know what's inside the package, it's even that much more greater. And they also kind of see that you might express yourself um, in a way where you don't want necessarily gifts. Um, maybe that's something where you're more in wanting to spend time with people or do things with people, as opposed to getting a gift that will just sit on your desk, or you know on a countertop somewhere and collect dust type of thing. You have healing. So your ability to make people feel comfortable around you it provides a sense of, and providing a sense of calm is healing for others. And that is what they are drawn to about you as well, is a sense of like, they could have a bad day, and being around you would make things better. It would go from bad to a pretty okay day, and if it's an okay day, then it's like you're raising their vibrations just being around you. Chemistry. So they are, attracted to how you really interact with people. The chemistry that you have with your friends, the way that, like I said, it's almost like magical, the way that you kind of interact. It's the way they see you interact, where you can really, it's not like see someone who's down and you're just like, be happy, and they're magically happy. There is an engagement, a back and forth that you have with people, where it really makes a change in them that they might not recognize right away. But it kind of fits with this concept of healing. And they feel that the way that you make people feel is really, it's an amazing quality that you have. You have regret. So they are attracted to your ability to kind of move on. Like, you leaving, the way they see you is you kind of enter a situation and you leave it in a state of balance, or a better state than when you entered the situation. They might have some regret that they in the past didn't recognize certain aspects about you, or even might have been kind of jealous of the way that how good you have it, or the way that you kind of carry yourself. So it might be to some degree that this is a situation where you guys started off on the wrong foot, or, there was some interaction where they could have presented themselves in a better way. Something where they were the awkward one, where they had to kind of use that magical aspect of how you work your environment to make things balance out. Like there was some situation where something they said, something they did, some vibe they brought in kind of was the awkward thing that needed to be kind of balanced out. You have fall. So they are attracted to your sense of really enjoying the holidays. Perhaps you are great, have great costume ideas when it comes to like Halloween, or you love, spiced lattes, or anything that is kind of spiced pumpkin, kind of apple pie, where it kind of has that concept of fall. They really like how you are kind of excited and kid-like about that. You have spring. So they're attracted to your ability to kind of revive. Like I said, any kind of situation, it's like you bring to life things that were stagnant, that you are not afraid of change, that you're not afraid of letting things go that aren't for your best and highest good. Things that are kind of like withered, like the leaves, the leaves falling from the tree. They're beautiful in autumn and fall, but when they're kind of gone, you recognize that things need to change. And when the flowers start blooming in the spring, and you have this kind of like sense of revival, it's kind of a sense of yourself. And I guess what I mean by that is like, because you are so in tune with the environment and with the natural aspects of like nature and how things change through the different seasons, it may be that you are really affected by the environment. And that's how you know how to kind of use your energy in this way to kind of shift the environment to balance things out and kind of make things positive. But when it comes to the actual seasons, it does affect you, and you really kind of get almost your energy from the changing of the seasons. So they're attracted to the activities that you want to do that are kind of season themed, or that go along with the season. Like, when it's spring, wanting to do, more outdoors things, or, picnics, or, hikes, something along those lines. You have allow. So they're attracted to your ability to kind of let things happen. There's not much of what's the word I'm thinking of? Obvious control that you have. It's almost like everything's like magical and unseen, and kind of like a flow that you have that kind of follows you, and like kind of a sense of floating. And so it's kind of as if you're just allowing things to happen and to flow to you. But it is really, you have a certain sense of control that, you're exerting that they don't necessarily see. And you have summer. So again, this concept of really enjoying the changes with the seasons. So when it's summertime, um, you know, if you're in the northern hemisphere, doing things that go along with, swimming and going out into the sunlight, traveling, being out and about and soaking in the summer sun type of, like reviving your energy. You have dig deep. So they're attracted to this concept of, it's almost like there's a mystery about you, and they can only see certain aspects that are like obvious, like with the change of seasons or kind of how you've interacted with them, um, and how you've kind of made them feel about things. And they want to know a little bit more about you. So they're attracted to that sense of mystery and possibly getting to know you on a deeper level. Page of Pentacles. So your sense of, curiosity, wanting to learn about the world, your sense of value of that you place on like new experiences, new places, or even old places. It's a sense of you having a connection to, it's almost making me think of like every place you go has a story. Every, like if you go to a restaurant, there's some value that you have. Like there's some story of how you remember this event happening at this place. Or if you go to an ice cream shop, well, there's a story of someone that worked at the ice cream shop who let you try every flavor of ice cream. So there's like a real like connection between you and your environment and the sense of value that you place on, people, experiences, places, and that means something to you. So they're really attracted to your place in the environment, like the way that you kind of connect with what's around you. You have Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords is usually kind of like the liar, stealer, cheater card. But here in this Seven of Swords, the way that I'm seeing this is that you are able to kind of maneuver through the environment, maneuver through a scene where people are really not aware of what it is that you're doing. So you can diffuse like a tense situation. In the traditional Seven of Swords, you see it's like someone has gone through like a military camp or something and is stealing 5 swords and leaving 2 behind. In a sense, those swords are going to be, or potentially used to cause injury to other people. And so here, you're kind of taking away those 5 swords. So there's less damage for people to cause amongst themselves when it comes to things they say, the problems that they think they're trying to solve, the way that they think about a situation. So it's as if the way that you move through a situation or the environment, people are unaware that you are kind of changing this scene or the environment by pulling away the swords where they're going to hurt themselves or hurt someone else. You have Page of Wands. So here, another page. It's like the sense of curiosity that you have about your environment, a sense of really wanting to connect with new places and new people. You want to express yourself. You want to live life the way that, without without regret, but knowing that it exists. Living in a way where regret is not going to prevent you from a new experience, or from expressing yourself the way that you want to express yourself. Another page, you have Page of Cups. So again, this sense of like wonder, this sense of imagination, really connecting to your world, seeing the world through the eyes of a child, its potential, its the gifts that life brings, the limitless possibilities, and really a sense of just having joy and sensitivity, being sensitive to your environment and the people around you and how they feel. That is really what what they're drawn to, is this sense of innocence that you have and just wanting to have, kind of just fun. And here with the fall, spring, and the summer and the different pages here, it's the seasons kind of bring about a change of the environment where the inner child of you kind of just really wants to explore and have fun. You have the World here. So they are attracted to, your ability to have this sense of wanting to explore life, wanting to protect people, wanting to kind of experience all, the connections that you have with people in your environment, and still like be accomplished. Like you're constantly raising your own vibration and others, and you're constantly maybe you have little goals for yourself that you're accomplishing that you don't tell people about, but you are constantly being in a place of really completing what you want to complete, achieving what you want to achieve, but then being able to kind of start over and have this like kind of giddy experience of moving through life and going through all of that over again. So they're really attracted to the way that you carry yourself in the world and around others, and a sense of calm and just really drawn to this this amazing, balanced, and kind of thriving person that you are. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective about what they find attractive about you, and we'll see you next time. Take care.